May penalty ba dun sa mga prank calls?
We are working on that. Our problem is that the national SIM card identification is not perfect. As you can see, Senator, in our previous budget hearing, when we talked about the POGOs, you'd have one person with 400 SIM cards registered to his name and without a sufficient ID. So the holistic approach would be to have an effective national ID merged with our SIM card registration system. Then we can have a better means to identify who is calling.
I think the intention, Secretary, of the SIM card registration is precisely to curb fraudulent activities, including prank calls.
Yes, sir.
And dati kasi walang registration. Ngayon may registration, pero parang nakahanap ng lusot na naman yung
Yes,
mga hindi
The problem, sir, is that our national ID system does not have a biometric feature in it. So you can present any ID you can when you're buying a SIM card. You can present a barangay ID, you can present a driver's license, you can present PhilHealth, you present any ID which seems to have a level of normalcy, but actually a lot of them are fake. So a lot of people are able to procure SIM cards at on a spurious level. So to make this work, we need to strengthen our national ID system and make it for real this time.
I also can see that if we tighten the SIM card registration, marami tayong crime masosolve at mape-prevent.
I totally agree, sir.
Kasi basic experience natin dun sa Pogo, and even now, no, yung mga, I'm sure our colleagues from the PNP will agree, na maraming mga crimes perpetuated because alam nila hindi sila mahahanap eh.
Yes, sir.
No?
Just to give you an example, there was one casualty during the Mendiola massacre that was not of the policeman's doing. The pictures that we saw, them holding a gun inside the Sogo Motel, when they raided the Sogo Motel, he was the one who fired. But our national ID system could not determine who he was. But if we had a functioning ID system, then by mere biometrics, you can identify immediately who was the perpetrator of that crime.
If I'm not mistaken, our national ID doesn't have that
None, sir.
facial recognition. I think,
Sir,
lang siya, natandaan ko parang
Yes, sir,
thumb lang yun eh. Thumb lang eh.
Tsaka phone registration lang. All you have to do is take a picture with your phone.
Correct.
But it doesn't have any. So to do that, we would have to reformat the system, and we would need it would cost between $60 to $80 million, and it will take a year to implement and cover the entire country.
I think a immediate solution is tighten the rules on SIM card registration.
It won't work, sir, because they can still give any ID. There's no backup database system for the country in order to determine if this person is real or fake.
I read also in the news that I think it's PNP, tuloy-tuloy yung pag-raid ng maraming nagbebenta ng, they call it pre-registered SIM cards.
That's right, sir.
And they sell it in bulk, no?
That's
400 pieces, 500
That's right, sir.
pieces.
Kasi nga kahit anong ID pwede, sir, tinatanggap eh. So it was a flawed system to begin with. If you see if we have crimes of kidnapping and if you have crimes of that sort, the online selling, the fake online selling, all of that could have been solved if we had a national ID in order to verify the seller and the buyer.
Yeah. Well, the budget of DICT, Mr. Chairman, will come in next week. So we'll take up the SIM card registration once again with the NTC. I remember one of the committees, I think Public Services yata, nagka-hearing sila. Tapos, kahit na picture mo unggoy,
Pwede
ka
Pwede,
hindi mo
sir.
kang unggoy,
Unggoy mismo.
Unggoy talaga
Yes, sir.
mismo.
Yes, sir.
Makakakuha ka na ng
Yes, sir.
SIM card eh. So, And that's not the intention. The intention is to really sell to legitimate people, legitimate businessmen
Yes, sir.
or
If-
enterprises.
Sir, if I may suggest, if you can, if the good committee can capacitate the DILG to implement the national ID program, we have the sufficient amount of resources, I mean human resources, to implement such a program up to the barangay level. The problem with the current system that we put is that it is the PSA who is limited in its capacity to reach out to the furthest barangays. I've seen programs like the country of Uganda, which is the same population as us, and the Department of Interior carried out the ID program, and within a year they registered 110 million people. So it's nothing impossible that we can't do. So it's something that if you allow us to do it, then we will pursue it with vigor, and so that we can have a safer system for our country.
Well, actually, India, diba, may national ID sila.
Yes, sir.
Sa
That's
pan-
1.5 billion.
Correct. That's
That's
1.5, 1.6 billion of in terms of population, pero lahat may
Lahat
national ID
meron.
sila. So
Yes,
it's
sir.
not impossible eh.
It's
yeah,
sir, you give us the money, we'll do it in a year.
Yeah. Well, we'll coordinate with PSA, no?
Yes, sir.
And see. But ako nakikita ko yun ng marami tayong masosolve with a very good national ID system and a effective SIM card
Yes, sir.
registration policy.
It has to go hand in hand.
Yeah.
You
yeah.
cannot
Even
have
corruption, marami tayong masosolve.
Madami,
Yeah.
sir.
Yeah.
Madami, sir.
Thank you, Secretary.